Whoa! The most destructive crashes in NASCAR. That's what we're reacting to today. A couple months ago, I went to the US, to Miami. Beautiful Miami. Why am I talking like Donald Trump? I went to Miami, beautiful Miami. It was amazing watching the racing, lovely people. I went to Miami to watch my first ever NASCAR race and I absolutely loved it. A lot of you liked it, so here's more NASCAR content. And today we're gonna be focusing on the most destructive crashes in NASCAR. Let's get into it.
See, Tony Stewart just bulled his way through there to get an opportunity, and he's gonna have it too. Final corner at Daytona. Who's gonna get here first? Regan Smith 7, Keselowski 22, Stewart 33, and contact! Smith turned around. Tony Stewart is gonna win this race.
Jesus.
Crash coming to the finish.
This is a big wreck.
You know, I was stood right by the catch fence when I was in Miami. I'm sure some debris must have flown through the catch fence and hit the fans or something. That's insane. When I was in Miami, there was no big wreck, luckily, so I didn't really see what that was like in person. Oh, here we go. This is an older video. Oh my goodness.
Side over side, end over end, and Davey Allison has experienced a horrifying crash.
Obviously, you don't want to crash, you just want to race, but the fact of the matter is people find crashes entertaining. I mean, I'm sitting here reacting to crashes. You know, I don't know that much about NASCAR other than the research I did leading up to me going there, but it does seem that the sort of wreck or crash aspect of the sport is a lot more prevalent in NASCAR than maybe other motorsports. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. What do you think? I feel like most people who have watched NASCAR have watched the crashes first. Like, this is the second video I'm making on NASCAR and I'm making it on crashes. I guess it just happens so frequently because they're, you know, racing pretty much constantly at like 200 miles an hour. Like, look at this. They're all just bunched together. To be honest, this is what it feels like driving in America. Jesus Christ.
Caution is out.
Burst into flames there. Let's see what happened here.
That's a great sign. And I would be anxious to see how close it was.
So he gets hit from behind, I believe, crashes into the wall, into the barrier, flies up.
Ooh, it had to be really close.
Mate, what goes through your mind
Caution wasn't out at that point when they left
when that's happening, and then it catches fire?
Ahead by the time you left the bottom of your monitors on television, but unfortunately, Anthony Alfredo getting into the back of the 31 and creating that issue.
Now, doing research on NASCAR, obviously I learned that the safety has improved a lot over the years, particularly with the safer barriers, which I believe stands for, what does it stand for? Steel and something. It stands for this. That absorbs the shock a little bit. And just to think that the people, or the racing drivers back in the day, were just crashing into essentially a concrete wall is crazy. I mean, they also died a lot more back then, so.
Martin goes a little high there. Gordon gets into him. They both have to back off, and then the jamming up starts, and they get into the wall on the outside.
You get squeezed to the side. Yeah, because they're so close together, it just leads to this wreck. Which I learned is called the big one. You call it the big one when you get this sort of multi-car pileup. Okay, one thing I have to say. The engine noise is something else. I think even if you're not like into racing or into cars or anything, it just it does something to you when you hear or you sort of feel all the cars pass by you. Like the whole ground shakes as they all go. It's really fun. And you can only experience it live. You know, I've been to like Formula One races they're nowhere near as loud as the NASCAR races. At least not this era. Obviously back in the day, it was different. Oh, what the?
In it as well. And Kurt's getting the worst of it.
Like a little bump drafting going on right there. We're trying to gain the advantage.
The window net is down
yeah,
for Elliott.
He's just completely fine.
That is the best news.
You can see he is
in
hurting.
he is
Oh
in
no,
pain.
he's not fine.
Man. Hate to see
Oh, dear.
this.
Well, at least he was okay, but he was in a lot of pain.
Check the lower right of your screen.
Oh, my
Right.
gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
Head on into that Armco.
That's
that is bad.
90-degree corner.
Thursday. Mike Harmon comes
Whoa.
off of turn 2, hits the crossover gate, and then slams into the wall. His car is hit by Johnny Sauter. Here it is again. The car virtually disintegrates, and then Sauter hits what's left. One more time, you can see the driver's compartment inside the roll cage. That's what protected Harmon. Then Sauter comes by and hits what's left of the car. Moments later, the miracle. Mike Harmon climbed out of that car uninjured.
Logano leads down
I
the
think I
back
might
straightaway.
have seen this one.
Keselowski's in line. Now he turns him. Both Team
Whoa.
Penske cars crash. Keselowski
Oh
is up in
my
a
God,
ball
no, I
of
haven't seen
flame,
this.
Up into the outside wall. He'll take Kyle Busch with him. Everybody now racing off the corner in a horrific crash on the final lap of the Daytona 500.
Okay, so when it catches fire like that, then what? I find it amazing that they even walk out of these.
Kyle Busch also got out of
The thing about NASCAR as well is like, obviously every motorsport is unpredictable, but it seems to be like on another level of unpredictability here, because if this happens, then you're screwed. Obviously, this happens to a lesser extent in other motorsports. Obviously, one person can crash into the other, and then there's a chain reaction. But I was watching that Netflix show, the sort of Drive to Survive, and Denny Hamlin is talking about how he sort of backs out because he can sense that a wreck is coming. Now, I don't know how accurate, let's say, that documentary series is, or if they're just trying to make everything more dramatic, but it's like a completely different skill set. In other motorsports, you're just trying to be as quickly as possible, trying to be fast, and trying to be first, rather. Whereas in NASCAR, like there is an incentive sometimes to take a step back just because you have to have that sort of sixth sense of anticipating a wreck. I just found that fascinating.
Bad crash over in turn 2. Michael Waltrip has hit the wall hard. The car is upside down, and you can see the car is really torn up. Well, Jerry, I said it's sort of on its side, or
That looks...
boy, yes, it is upside down.
They're fixing up that gate where Michael hit over there. Let's take a look one more time and give that Kool-Aid man on the hood of that Pontiac a wild ride. Now, just coming out of turn 2, that's the crossover gate, and Michael hits the juncture of the gate and the concrete wall that begins the back straightaway. The car is literally sawed open. Michael
What the hell? I mean,
Kool-Aid, country time.
what the hell?
Out of the second turn and down the backstretch. That's
These clips scare me more, the old ones, because then I don't know what the safety was like back then.
Somebody looked like made some contact.
Uh-oh, we've got a problem.
Contact there, for sure. Darrell Waltrip and Joe.
Like, sorry, here, what's going through your mind? You know, it's probably, I don't know, the 90s. What's going through your mind right now? Right in this moment, as you're going sideways on the grass with another car here.
Waltrip's car gets on the jump and over and over.
Darrell Waltrip tumbling down the backstretch in what appears to be a very, very serious crash.
In front the last time, you took it away from me earlier today. He's going to try and take it away from here.
He's hung in the middle. Here comes Keselowski.
Got trouble now. Keselowski's got on the hard side. Look out, they're going to go around.
McMurray.
Been behind you.
Oh, big crash. Oh, and up into the wall. Look out. The caution is out. The race will finish.
I mean, there must be something wrong with you if you race in this sport. Like, you didn't develop the fear gene. Because this is
See
crazy.
McMurray trying to get in line right here, right behind Harvick. Just not enough room.
Yeah, and he had to check up for just a
These guys and rally drivers, I think, are the craziest.
second because he was on the right rear quarter of Kevin Harvick.
And then once he goes around, the chaos begins.
Whoa.
Look at Setzer.
I didn't even see that.
Good to see him get out of that car, but that catch fence does
Like-
its job.
Into the trail they come. Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the bottom of the track. Jr. will win at Daytona. And the big
Whoa.
one happens behind them.
Yeah, there he said the big one, right? What a race finish.
3 of Austin Dillon into the catch fence. All the
What a day at
crews
work.
getting out to that car to assist these drivers. Thumbs going up from all the crew members.
I mean, it's amazing.
Roars.
It's absolutely amazing that he survives that.
Rex starts in front. He runs in the back of the 24. Gets up on the 11. Now he's on top of the 50.5. And now it's just along for the ride. Watch the car stop. Watch the car stop.
Boom. See the
and it goes from,
there's so much debris flying out there into the audience.
Miles an hour, I'm just guessing, to a complete stop. That is unbelievable.
And it looks like that's 3,500 pounds. That stock car is extremely heavy. You see here.
I mean, the catch fences look kind of flimsy, but they can take some impact.
Control, makes more contact with the 3.
We're back at the old school ones. This is the truck series.
We got trouble. This is going to hurt.
Whoa!
Oh, my.
That's crazy. Wow, that's amazing. That's crazy. Well, that was the most insane, the most destructive crashes in NASCAR. If you enjoyed it, you can check out the video I did when I was in Miami watching NASCAR for the first time. See you next time.